You want to know the hardest part about feeling stuck? It's not being broke, it's not having no opportunities, it's when everyone around you tells you your dream is impossible. And after a while, you start believing them. I know this because that was me. No money, no English, no confidence, no direction. And if I didn't change, I know exactly where my life would be today. There was a time in my life when I felt completely lost. I was born with very little. I grew up seeing struggle. I told people I wanted more. I wanted freedom. I wanted to live in another country. I wanted to build a business. I wanted a different life. But every time I said it, people laughed. They told me it was impossible. They told me people like us don't do that. They told me to be realistic. And slowly I started to doubt myself. Maybe people around you, they cannot see themselves doing what you want to do, and they try to convince you that you cannot do it either. Then I moved to Australia, and I thought moving to another country would fix everything. But it didn't. Arrived with no money, no English, no contacts, nothing. And the truth is this: I was still the same person. I was still lost, still negative, still weak inside. So instead of facing my problems, I escaped. I distracted myself, I wasted time, party a lot. I used to have very bad habits to avoid my reality, using drugs, alcohol, like was crazy. From outside, it might look I was enjoying life, but inside I felt empty. Maybe you're not escaping with drugs or parties. Maybe you are escaping with scrolling, with comfort, with excuses, with, with saying, I will start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And that is where most people stay stuck. One day I realized something that changed my life. Nobody was coming to save me. Not my family, not my friends, no money, no motivation. I was waiting for my life to change, but I was doing the same thing every day. And then I understood something. I was the problem. Not because I was a bad person, but because my habits, my mindset, my excuses, and my environment were keeping me where I was. And this is where everything changed. I stopped blaming people. I stopped waiting to feel motivated. I stopped telling myself that one day my life would be magically become different, and decided to change. Little by little, I started training, I started reading, I started praying, and I started putting God first. And I started waking up early, I started keeping promises to myself. And the biggest mistake I made before that, I was believing that motivation would save me. Motivation comes and goes. Disciplines change your life. So here are 5 lessons for you that you can implement them straight away, and you will see results straight away too. Okay? Lesson number 1, stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel ready. I thought one day I would wake up motivated, confident, and prepared. That never came. Okay? When I started going to the gym, I didn't feel like it. When I started building my business, I was scared. When I moved to Australia, I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it anyway. Most people wait until they feel better. The people who change their life move before they feel ready. Lesson number 2, build one habit at a time. I changed my life because I changed my habits. I stopped destroying myself little by little and started building myself little by little, okay? I train my body, I work hard, I read every day, I spend less time with people who kept me small. Most people try to change everything in one day, then they quit. Start with one thing, wake up 30 minutes earlier, go for a walk, read 10 pages, pray for 5 minutes. Small actions become a new life. Lesson number 3, change your environment. That is very important. One of the most hardest truths I learned is this: the people around you can either build you or break you. When I told people I wanted more, they laughed. Not because my dream was impossible, because they couldn't see it. And most people will try to keep you where they are. If you spend time around negative people, you will think negative. If you spend time around people with excuses, you will make excuses. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You only need to stop listening to people who gave up on themselves. Lesson number 4, put God first. The biggest change in my life didn't come from money. It came when I stopped trying to do everything alone and started putting God first. Because when everything around you is negative, faith is what keeps you going. God gives you ideas for a reason. He puts something in your heart for a reason. And most people never realize this. The dream inside you was not given to you by accident. If God gave you a dream, then stop acting like it's impossible. Lesson number 5, become the person who keeps his word. The moment my life started changing was the moment I became someone I could trust. Before I would say, I will start Monday, I will wake up early, I will stop wasting time. And then I didn't. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you lose confidence. Confidence doesn't come from thinking positive. Confidence comes from doing what you said you would do. Start small, keep your word, do it again tomorrow. That is how you build a new identity. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You don't need the perfect moment. You don't need more motivation. You need to stop escaping, because the life you want is not on the other side of luck. It's on the other side of discipline, faith, pain, and becoming the person you know you're meant to be. I started with no money, no English, no confidence, no direction. And if I can rebuild my life, you can too. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you are ready to stop escaping and start building, subscribe to this channel, because this channel is not for people who want excuses. It's for people who want a different life.